All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for a special live stream and a follow-up for my special WrestleMania 34 live Q&A that I promised I would do during the Hall of Fame ceremony, which I just turned on now, and I'm starting from the beginning of it. I'll go back and watch the red carpet edition later. I actually kind of liked watching the red carpet last year. Just hearing from the other superstars that are there and their experiences and whatnot. But I'll do the Hall of Fame ceremony first, since I wanted to watch that while I do this Q&A. Again, I do apologize in advance that I wanted to do this earlier this evening, but unfortunately I had a last minute family dinner that came up this morning that I didn't really want. My stream is already acting up, but I didn't want to pass up on. I had a relative coming into town and I wanted to go see them. They're going to be in town for the weekend. I'm not going to be able to see them the rest of the weekend. So I wanted to go do that, and that's why this stream got delayed. But thank you, though, to those of you who did submit questions for me to answer for this special WrestleMania 34 Q&A. And if anybody joins me in the live stream at all during this during this live Q&A session, you may leave your questions in there as well. Hey, Lauren, I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? Thank you for the nice shirt. Yes. But yes, so again, thank you guys again for your patience. Again, I'm sorry I wanted to start this earlier, but I just didn't want to pass up on seeing my family who was coming into town tonight. But yeah, so I'm at the beginning of the Hall of Fame ceremony now, and without further ado, I will start asking the questions that will answer the questions that were already left for me. And if anybody in the live chat has any questions they would like to after you leave them in the live chat below. Lauren is leaving some already, which is awesome. I will definitely answer them when we get to get to them. But I'll first go through the ones that were already left for me first, which is only about a good handful amount of them. But I will do that. So first, 4 questions are from my good friend TN Couponer here on YouTube. Thank you for the questions, buddy. He said, "Who do you think will end Asuka's streak?" I'm still predicting the long-term storyline, as my friends and I even talked about it before it happened. But I think the best route we could probably do with this is having it be Ronda Rousey. I still think she'll do it next year at WrestleMania 35. Build her up as literally the next big thing. Don't give her another title opportunity right away. I'd say maybe have her win the Women's Royal Rumble next year, maybe, and then she'll challenge Asuka for the title at which there's Charlotte and Becky up on the screen right now. I think she'll challenge Asuka for the title next year at next year's WrestleMania 35. Which again, very hoping I can attend that live. Let me see here. Yes, a lot of good questions here from Lauren. Again, I will get to those shortly. I do promise. Question number 2. What is the most underrated match in WrestleMania history? TN Cooper asks me. Well, I will go with the one I gave in my stream I did last night, my top 10 WrestleMania hidden gems. I did. My number 1, I went there, I think, is one of the most underrated matches in WrestleMania history. In my personal opinion, is still the triple threat for the women's championship at WrestleMania 32, because it brought back, the women's title. And also, for years we saw just how many matches where the women again were just treated like crap on WrestleMania to begin with. Again, well, I shouldn't say treated like crap, but there were more there just for, just their look, just to show everything off pretty much. There was women there that wanted to wrestle. And I feel like, the women's matches do get overlooked. And that one, though, just epitomized, 3 women who came up to the main roster in Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky. All want to make a difference. None of them were on the main roster the year before WrestleMania, but they came up there and they pretty much succeeded in the match. So I still think, in my opinion, that's definitely probably the most underrated match in WrestleMania history. I'm trying to remember the other ones I had on that list. But if you haven't checked it out, please go back and check it out. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, the list, though, is in the description for that video as well. Let me see here. I'll do TN Couponer's questions first, then Lauren, I'll get to your first set of questions, but I'll finish TN Couponer's questions first. There's only 2 more. So yeah, my number two answer to the question about the most underrated match, I would say, is Charlotte versus Sasha versus Becky at WrestleMania 32 for the Women's Championship. Number three, favorite snack while watching wrestling. Man, I love to eat a lot, as if you don't know by now, guys, even though I'm still super skinny. Well, not as skinny as I used to be years ago. Trust me. I'm 6'1", 185 now. When I first reached 6 feet when I was 15, I was only about 120 pounds. No joke. But I'd say probably popcorn. I usually, whenever I'm watching, like, a sporting event and it's usually popcorn. Usually when I get together with my friends for WrestleMania, I usually like chips and chips and salsa and with popcorn. So I'd say popcorn would be the snack I like to watch while watching wrestling. And number four, it's a question from TQ Parter's best experience meeting a wrestler. As I've said how many times, I still say, I've only met 3 wrestlers so far: Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle. All special experiences. I mean, Kurt Angle, and I again actually have a natural conversation with him talking about the match WrestleMania 21 with him and Shawn Michaels that I enjoyed. With AJ Styles, it was very brief because the line was very long and he was just keeping them moving, but I got to pretty much just wish him the best of luck and everything. But that was around the time where he was a champion also, so I actually got to take a photo with the actual WWE Championship. But again, with him being my biggest hero so far as a wrestling fan, I still got to go with the experience meeting Daniel Bryan. Just the fact that well, at the time we didn't know this was before he got cleared again, but at the time, again, it was 2 weeks before he retired. It was snowing like crazy that night here in Pittsburgh, so we could have maybe been snowed in, not been able to get down there. But I just feel like the odds stacked against me. It was just someone who I definitely had to meet. So I guess, it was an honor to meet him again. It was great to meet Styles and Angle as well, but especially the guy who, his story that got into the top was what got me to watch wrestling all the time. I'd say I got to go with Daniel Bryan at number 4. So before I get to my next set of questions, I will answer some of the ones that Lauren left for me in the live chat. And let me see here. All right. So first question she asked me was, do you think Randy Orton will lose the fatal 4-way U.S. title match? Well, I think Randy retaining is the higher possibility. I feel the second. I would like to see. I love Randy again, but in some ways I still want to see Rusev at least get a WrestleMania moment because he lost to John Cena in his first match at WrestleMania 31. Even though it was still a decent match. 32, he was just involved in that crummy match of the League of Nations. Last year, I don't think he had a match, I believe. Last year, he was out with the shoulder injury. So I wouldn't mind see him winning. He can win the U.S. title, even though I feel like, how many more times is he going to do that until he actually gets a world title shot? But if not Rusev, I definitely think Randy Orton retaining will probably be my second option. So I think it's possible. I will go with that answer. It is possible. I think Randy Orton will retain the U.S. title. Do you think Daniel Bryan will turn heel on Sunday? They could swerve. I can see it happening. They could pull swerve with us and have him turn. But personally, I still feel with him coming back, the crowd being hot for him. I get, people as heels still, get good reaction. AJ Styles, Triple H and several other people still get great reactions even if they're a heel. But I just don't feel like, the storyline of him coming back and stuff is still pretty hot. So if you're going to turn him heel, maybe wait till the crowd cools down on him. I still think it's possible though this Sunday, but in my personal opinion, I say wait on the heel turn. But it is possible. I will say that way. Do you think Taker will accept John Cena's challenge at WrestleMania, or do you think they'll have a face-off? Well, I'm not sure. My thing is, I said in my predictions back in the episode 31 of Road to WrestleMania, episode 31 on my channel, I said that I do like how they are keeping us, wondering where Taker's going to accept the challenge or not. Again, the thing I'm just still worried about though is Taker's health. So I kind of hope it's a little bit more than just a face-off. But I'm not going to get my hopes up and say it's going to be a big 5-star match or anything like that. It may be just a short 5 to 10 minute match or something like that. Either way, I think Taker showing up at Mania this year at this point just needs to be like that angle or that brief match or whatever has to be, just to give fans like that closure and just make it official. Like, yes, I'm definitely done. Because last year, left us wondering, like, what happened? Did Taker retire? Did Taker not retire? So I think this is going to help us, just get that closure and have Taker, just officially retire, and hopefully next year headline the Hall of Fame. Because who's going to be possible in WrestleMania? This guy right here. A Bayley Sasha feud after WrestleMania. I mean, the feud should have happened, had a match at WrestleMania. But I mean, it's possible it could happen after WrestleMania, have a match at Backlash. I mean, I could see definitely at least one of them, maybe both of them going to SmackDown, because of the call-ups I predicted in my top 10 topics video. So I'd say yes, definitely. I think it's possible, and it needs to happen. Either one could be the heel. I mean, I would rather be Sasha because I feel like her character has just run a dead end as a babyface. But I definitely would be interested in seeing a heel Bayley also. But I think I'll still go with Sasha being the heel. But again, not opposed to the Bayley heel as well. So yes, I'd say we'll probably get that. Did you hear the rumors Jeff Jarrett may replace Daniel Bryan as SmackDown Live GM? Yes, I did hear that. I heard weeks ago also it could be Hulk Hogan. But yeah, the recent one was Jeff Jarrett. Kind of funny. Who's writing the show, Road Dogg, and who got inducted to the Hall? Who was the one who recommended him into the Hall of Fame? Who's going to be inducting him into the Hall of Fame tonight? Well, again, I'm still catching up on. I'm only at the beginning right now. But yeah, there are new rumors that Charlotte will defeat Asuka and Carmella will fail her cash-in. Would be completely opposed to if Charlotte would power to one, sweet, 14-3, awesome. I mean, if they can have a good story to follow up from him, I'd be okay with Charlotte defeating Asuka, I'd say, if they want to go with it. But I really, really don't want to see Carmella fail her cash-in, because I don't want to see both her and Corbin, both the people who I even predicted to win the Money in the Bank contracts last year. I don't want to see them both fail cash-in. I'm still starting to think maybe they may wait until they do the Superstar shakeup for Carmella to cash in on probably Nia Jax, who's the Raw Women's Champion. But the rumors are speculating, so I mean, like, I'm okay with any of that, but just please don't have Carmella fail her cash. I don't want everybody to fail their cash-ins from this year. Big Cass could return in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, he could, but I actually am leaning more towards maybe seeing him be Braun Strowman's tag team partner, my prediction. But either way, we're definitely going to see Big Cass either at WrestleMania or at the Raw after WrestleMania. I'd be hoping to see. Let me see here. Are you watching the Hall of Fame tonight? Watching it right now. Do you like the matches for this Mania better than last year? Tough one. I mean, last year's, yes, there was quite a bit of them I like. This year's, there's a lot of good I like this year. I mean, I'd say right now it's pretty even. I'd say, though, the build for some of these matches this year, I mean, last year's WrestleMania I thought wasn't too bad. I think this year's build so far has probably been just a little bit better than last year's, I'd say. So I'd say maybe this year's over last year's, but I have to see the results of how they turn out. I definitely think this card has potential to be better than last year's. And last year's, again, I thought I gave last year's WrestleMania a B. I thought it was a strong show. Not the greatest. Some stuff could have been a little bit better, but it was still a really enjoyable Mania. And I think this year's WrestleMania can do the same as well. There has been no build for AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, the Fatal 4-Way U.S. match, or the Bar versus Braun at all. Yeah, there really hasn't been at all. I mean, they finally got somewhere with the mind games for AJ and Shinsuke the last 2 weeks on SmackDown. But my opinion was that's what they started doing sooner. And then, like, as it got closer to Mania, they could have made, like, have like some type of brawl or whatnot. So I mean that yeah, the stuff at the Bar and Braun Strowman has been pretty much just focusing on who is Strowman's tag team partner going to be. I mean, it's pretty obvious, Braun's probably going to win the match. And whoever his partner is, I'm leaning more towards Big Cass at this point being his tag team partner. And yeah, U.S. title match has been focused all nothing but gender. You know, it's unfortunate. Let me see here. Anything else in the live chat? Let's see here. Any trades for Raw or SmackDown Live after Sunday? If so, who? Let me see here. I definitely see. I think Seth Rollins is going to go to SmackDown. Finn Balor goes to SmackDown. If The Miz retains the Intercontinental title, let's see him go to SmackDown, so that way him and Daniel Bryan can have their long-awaited IC title match. Because the feud was built up. I gotta get my legs straight, man. Oh, I gotta get my legs straight again. My legs were just crisscrossed. Shoot, what was the question again? Oh yeah, trades. Yeah, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Miz going to SmackDown. I think Randy Orton, Rusev, and trying to think, a couple other people going to become the Raw. Carmella coming to Raw. Natalia or Becky Lynch, I'd say, will also come to Raw. They may move Charlotte back over to Raw. I'm not sure. And then I'd see the Usos going to Raw also. Maybe Gable and Benjamin, because if they do, because the rumors of Jason Jordan returning now by May, I would like to see them maybe form an alliance with him if Jason Jordan does turn heel. I think that would be an interesting alliance to have as well. So maybe we have those. Any face or heel turns at Mania or the days after. Trying to think. Not too sure. I mean, again, Jason Jordan, if he returns. Sasha or Bailey, one of the two have to happen. I'd say those turns have to happen. Sasha and Bailey. Trying to think. Not too many I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. Let me see here. Did you see TakeOver? Which TakeOver you're referring to? I'm going to be watching TakeOver New Orleans tomorrow night. It said, sorry, I missed your Raw and SmackDown live streams. Been working long hours. I apologize. But no worries at all. Again, my schedule was just weird this whole week. With this, everything else I was doing during this week. I was visiting friends. I went to Fozzy and whatnot, which I had a good time at that. And she said, "Do you doing live stream for Sunday?" Well, I might be doing a stream with my other friend Sunday night. So if I do, then I will do my stream for WrestleMania on Monday morning when I first get up. I mean, I feel weird just laying on my bed like that. Oh, but yeah. So I will let's see here. I will yeah, Lauren, I will get back to your questions. I want to get to the other questions I have right now, but keep bringing the questions in on for this stream. I will get back to those though, I promise. But my next question, I have one question from my friend Daniel Geiza, who I could be doing a stream with for WrestleMania this Sunday. He said, who would you like to see Daniel Bryan face at WrestleMania 35? Personally, I think the right opponent for Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35 should be Kurt Angle. That's like a long-awaited dream match. I feel like if anything, that's the one match that I think Daniel Bryan needs to get done as soon as possible. I mean, they could do that Survivor Series also, like GM versus GM. If Daniel Bryan still remains GM, there's rumors of him stepping down as GM and Jeff Jarrett or somebody else replacing him as GM as well. But yeah, I think he should face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35. let's see here. That's the only question from Dan. Let's get back to Lauren's comment. She said, where is the rest of our stream? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Sorry, the tongue emoji was an accident. Oh, well, no worries. That's completely fine. Thanks for watching my Mania predictions. I'll reply when I get a chance. Take your time, Lauren. No problem at all. I finally found you on Instagram. Yeah, about time, Lauren. Just kidding. But she also said Maurice and Maria. Oh, yeah, that's right. Maria Kanellis also gave birth to her child also. I know I heard what the Miz baby's name, Monroe Sky Mizanin, but I didn't hear what Maria Kanellis' baby's name is. Most excited Hall of Famer this year, mine is Mark Henry. Mark Henry, definitely, I was a little surprised got in the Hall of Fame this year. I mean, I heard rumors about it, but I'm happy for him. I'd say maybe also the Dudley boys also, Goldberg, I mean, I understand some people don't hold Goldberg as high as well, man, I mean, for being a late bloomer fan, I got to enjoy his last run, so happy for him also. But other than that, there's Ivory also, but I'd say maybe you're Mark Henry or the Dudley boys. My most excited for being in the Hall of Fame this year. Is Goldberg the headliner this year or Mark Henry? I think it's going to be Goldberg, since he was announced first, I think. But I think Mark Henry would be a close second. I'm not 100% sure. Any title changes Sunday? Title changes. I think, well, I think, again, either Orton's going to retain Sunday or Rusev's going to win the U.S. title. Intercontinental title match is still up for grabs. The thing is I was predicting for Seth Rollins. I thought him and Finn Balor would have a feud on SmackDown towards for the Intercontinental title, but they seem like they put more momentum on them. So I feel like the Miz, with him teasing to be the longest reigning Intercontinental champion, like combining his titles, I definitely think he could retain the title and go to SmackDown and face Daniel Bryan, and then he can drop it after he breaks the record. I do think the Miz deserves to break the records with how great he's done as Intercontinental champion. So that's title change. Roman's obviously winning the Universal title. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of title changes on Sunday. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't sold on Shinsuke winning the WWE title, which I can understand that. I still think the WWE is going to pull the trigger on it. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of title changes on Sunday, personally, in my opinion. Raw tag titles, SmackDown. Yeah, I think we're going to see a ton of title changes happening on Sunday, in my honest opinion. Let's see here. I'll be back. I'll be back, going to go drink some coffee. Hopefully that was delicious. I don't drink coffee. She says, I have work tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'll be home in time to watch Mania, baby. Hopefully I'd hope you'd be home time to watch Mania. If not, put your job on the list. Do you have the WWE Network? Oh, definitely, yes. Do you miss Lillian Garcia, Josh Matthews, Justin Roberts, Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross, Taz, and JBL? I do. The only one I don't miss is JBL. I did not like JBL as an announcer. Cena will be gone after Monday's Raw for a while. Yeah, I pretty much figured out. I'm not sure, I'm not sure if is he going to be on the Raw or not. I'm not sure now. I'm not sure what he would say, though, if he would have, or if he would at least have a response to Taker, if Taker does show up at Mania on Sunday. Jeff with the Hall of Fame, could this be an indication of his surprise on Sunday? It could possibly be so, I believe. He could maybe be an Andre the Giant or something like that, or if not, he'll definitely be back on Monday, I feel. How many matches are scheduled for Mania? There's I think if you include the Elias musical segment and Cena and Taker, I think there's 15 matches, I think, believe it or not. Well, 15 matches / segments. But for confirmed for sure, there's only 13. 3 on the pre-show, 10 on the main show so far from what we got. Any predictions for next year's Mania and Hall of Fame? If so, who? As far as Mania, again, I'd like to see Kurt Angle and Daniel Bryan. Asuka and Ronda for sure. Trying to think who else we can get next year. Not sure. Hall of Fame, though, definitely Undertaker headlining, I think. Other than that, I can't really think of it off the top of my head. The build up of this year is terrible. Last year's build was better, but the matches are better. True, yeah. Again, there were. I mean, the SmackDown matches, especially the matches, I expect to be. I have high expectations for, but the build hasn't like been completely great. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit more excited over this year's man. I mean, most of the matches have been like, okay, the match is happening, it's gonna be awesome, but you don't have to watch anything else in between till we get there for that WrestleMania. Are you okay? You don't seem comfortable. I'm fine now. Before I was sitting there with my legs crossed, and I just couldn't. My legs were falling asleep. So now I'm just laying this way. You should do more of these specials. They're interesting. Yeah, I definitely would like to do so. People who I think shouldn't be involved in Mania are Jinder. Yes, the Revival. I like the Revival. I mean, I like them in NXT. The Miz Taraj, well, just the Miz, yeah. Matt Hardy, maybe not Andre the Giant. New Day. I mean, I like New Day too, but I was kind of hoping to see just the Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers go at it. Naomi, Riot Squad, and Absolution. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Why not being involved? Do you think Roman and Brock will close the show? I sadly think either going to be the last match or Cena trying to get the Undertaker to do something one more time. We'll close the show. Who do you think will open the show? I still personally think now with the Cruiserweight title match, which should be on the pre-show, I think the first match will either be the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match or the tag team match between Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I still want that to be a tornado tag match. Dang it! I think either one of those two. What surprise if you win both battle royales? I mean, just you have the trophy. I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing else you get out of winning, the battle royales. Orton doesn't seem to enjoy his character anymore. You can see it when he works. It's a shame. And yeah, I mean, it's a shame because I think problem is that he's just not getting the good stuff to work with. When he gets the great stuff to work with, he just kills it and he goes awesome. But if he's bored over to some of this material he's given to work with, I do not blame him at all. Same with Sheamus, Matt and Bray, even Mickey. Yeah, definitely them. They definitely seem like the times they get bored as well, which I don't blame them because the crap they get written to. Don't forget Becky and Paige. Yeah, definitely. They deserve better as well. Chyna, Melina, Taker, Chris Benoit. Wish they would give him the chance to be in the Hall of Fame. London and Kendra should be inducted next year. That would be a very, very good class. I think that is a really strong looking class right there. SmackDown Live has to be in top form again after Mania. Well, this past week SmackDown wasn't too bad. I'd say maybe with the Superstar Shakeup and moving some talent over from Raw that aren't complete mess. Aren't a complete mess. Last year most of the ones that SmackDown got last year, they were guys that needed to be rebuilt, which I thought was a good move at first, put them on SmackDown. But unfortunately, you gave the spot to Road Dogg, and look what happened. But you seem exhausted. Yes, I am exhausted. It's just there's just been a lot going on lately, and I just had a crazy week. But yes, I am kind of tired. Did you hear Rusev may ask for his release? Yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't get to read about it, but if he I don't blame him because he should have been a world champion by now, or at least getting a world championship shot. The Rock says he won't be at Mania. Yeah, my predictions are for the musical segment involving Elias. I think either The Rock or Chris Jericho will show up for that, which I'm hoping will happen. But yep, I think I got caught up there for the most part with Lauren's questions. Lauren, keep them coming at me. If you have any more questions for me, I would gladly answer them. But let's continue on in the Q&A session for the stuff that I was already given to answer before this started. So the next 4 questions are from my good friend Robbie One Kenobi, as you all know him on YouTube here. Always hashtag please sign Robbie, as he is destined to write for WWE someday. So Robbie's questions. first question was, if Daniel Bryan wasn't forced to retire in 2016, who do you think he would have faced at WrestleMania 32? Now, I thought about it, and I know a lot of people think it should have been AJ Styles he faced at WrestleMania 32, which I would have been cool with that, but AJ Styles wasn't quite on the level yet where he is now. And I think I would rather see Daniel Bryan wrestle AJ Styles at his best. So I would say maybe you could have kept that for WrestleMania 33 and have Styles and Bryan wrestle then. So I think the only person I really thought would have been a good opponent for Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 32 is Kevin Owens, I feel. With him being, an upstart heel at the time, it was his first WrestleMania. I feel like the two of them could have gone in there and put on a pretty good match. So I think Kevin Owens could have been Daniel Bryan's opponent for WrestleMania 32. Sorry about that. Do you think the iconic duo, aka Catwoman and Poison Ivy, will make their main roster debut in the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale? I think it is possible they will make their long-awaited main roster debut either at WrestleMania, if not on the Raw after WrestleMania, as I'm predicting them to go to Raw. Which WrestleMania do you think was the biggest missed opportunity to turn Roman Reigns full-fledged heel, 32 or 33? Well, I could have seen them maybe pulling it at WrestleMania 32. Either he joined the Authority or, he just turned heel at the night after WrestleMania because, obviously he just comes full of himself because of what he did. But I definitely think last year with him retiring Taker and the reaction he got on Raw, to start off Raw the night afterwards, I'm just so surprised. And, he handled that pretty well in giving us the pretty much the only response he could probably give to the crowd like that. But I just don't get how they didn't even turn him heel that time. I feel like that was, if anything, that was one of the biggest missed opportunities to turn him heel at all. I still remember 2 years ago, I made a video. It went like 45 minutes, like mapping out like all the times that WWE could have turned Roman Reigns heel. I should go back again, maybe just do like an updated version of it. But I think WrestleMania 33 was definitely the more missed opportunity to turn Roman Reigns heel. And his last question was, if you go back in time and witness any 5 WrestleMania events in person, what would they be? My number is 5 to 1. I'd say number 5 would be WrestleMania 28. I was the first show that WrestleMania that I watched that I didn't watch as a wrestling fan. And despite some dips in there, like, Intercontinental title match was mad. The tag match with the women were mad. There was a couple other matches I remember were kind of mad, but the other stuff I thought was pretty good on that show. So I say number 5 be WrestleMania 28. Number 4, WrestleMania 31 with the cash-in happening and how it was a show that, didn't have a great build, but it turned out to be a pretty good show. Number 3 is WrestleMania 21 because it's where a bunch of upstarts like John Cena, Batista, and a few others were getting their first big WrestleMania moments, and also because it has one of my favorite matches in WrestleMania history, and that's definitely Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle, and the masterpiece they had. So I would like to see that. Number 2 is WrestleMania 17. This is probably considered best WrestleMania of all time. I would like to see that main event with The Rock and Stone Cold. My number 1, still my favorite WrestleMania of all time is definitely WrestleMania 30. Just a great show, with the story of Daniel Bryan getting overcoming the Authority and everybody else. The Shield squad and the squash match. It would have been tough seeing Taker's streak end, but it would still have been a moment to witness in history live. Again, John Cena and Bray Wyatt, despite the fact I felt Bray Wyatt should have won that match, it was still an awesome match that I feel is underrated. So all in all, though, I still think WrestleMania 30 is my favorite, and that's definitely the number 1 of the 5 that I would have loved to witness live. Let's go to the live chat. Lauren says her predictions for the kickoff show or the women's battle royal, Sasha Banks. That's who I think I picked also. The men's battle royal, Bray Wyatt. Okay, I picked Matt Hardy. The cruiserweight championship, Cedric Alexander. I picked that too. Main show, Braun is partner win the tag titles. Nia Jax win the Raw Women's Championship. Jinder Mahal win the U.S. title. I really hope that does not happen. Yes, exactly. SmackDown tag titles. The Usos retain. I think I picked the Bludgeon Brothers for that, but I'd be fine with the Usos retaining. SmackDown Women's title is going to be Asuka. Mixed tag match is Kurt and Ronda. I don't know if there's any other predictions you had for the other matches as well, but if you would like to share those as well, Lauren, keep them coming. So I guess I don't know if Lauren's still there or not, but oh, she just said Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor. I'm fine. That's singles match, possibly career versus career, John Cena. Okay. And the WWE title is gonna be Shinsuke, Universal title is gonna be Roman Reigns. Sounds pretty accurate. Just a couple of things I had a little bit different, but good predictions as well, Lauren. As well as also, get plug in to check out her predictions for her WrestleMania 34 predictions as well on her channel as well. She definitely left good predictions as well, so I definitely recommend checking them out as well. Get a plug out for her as well. So before I get to I only have like 3 more questions that were free left. So before I start, let me just take a quick break here and just eat some candy. But I'll read the first question. The first question is the last 3 questions from my good friend Hassan the Might here on YouTube. The first question is, are you going to eat Snickers? Oh, well, it's a Snickers bar. To answer your question, Hassan, yes. I'll eat a Snickers bar. No, seriously. When I saw Hassan left that question, I'm like, okay, I gotta definitely buy a Snickers bar and just eat that when he asked the question. Actually, when I went out there, when I bought the Snickers bars, I looked, and there was how they have like the names on them. Well, I bought 3 of them because I bought one for each of my parents, and I got myself just regular one that said Snickers, but for my dad I got one that said Krabby, and when I got my mom it said Troublemaker. This is a joke around them just to make a joke, but yeah, that's being funny. Number 2, will Daniel Bryan turn heel? As I said before, when Lauren asked me that, I think down the line is possible. I think right now it's maybe a little too soon, but if it does happen at WrestleMania, it would not surprise me. And his third question was, will AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura close the show? Sadly, I don't think it will. And honestly, I feel the build hasn't been quite good enough for it to be a match to close the show. I mean, I would rather, at this point, honestly, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns had better build to close the show. So I'm sorry, but it's probably not going to be AJ and Shinsuke. I mean, it could be because of it being a dream match. I mean, they still do it. I won't be against it, but I definitely didn't build it up enough for it to close the show. Snickers. See here, Lauren left a few things. Returns, Jeff Hardy, Dean Ambrose, maybe, Big Cass, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, and Melina. Interesting. We can maybe see this happening. Bobby Roode and Bayley turning heel. Sure, I'm be fine with those. Surprises. Carmella failing her cash in. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it happens, but I really don't want to see Carmella, another person, fail a cash in. And Daniel Bryan turning on Shane. Again, I feel like, it might be a little too soon to turn Bryan heel, but, I still see it as a possibility. Okay. Interferences. Bobby Lashley in the Universal title match attacking Brock Lesnar. I don't know. I really wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. With just how this match is for the Universal title, and I know, again, a lot of people aren't happy that Roman Reigns is in the Universal title, which, again, I understand that. But in my opinion, they don't have any interference. Just let these two just settle it for once. That way we don't have an excuse to have this match again. So I wouldn't really want to see Bobby Lashley interfere. Let me see here. Jason Jordan returning, attacking Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose as the partner of Braun Strowman. Dean Ambrose being Braun Strowman's tag team partner. Interesting. That could work. I like that idea. Retirements, Undertaker, yes, definitely, and Big Show. I think that's possible also. We can see the Big Show retiring. Fine. That's right. Also, I wonder if Mark Henry is going to come out. I mean, again, if you've watched it, no spoilers yet. I'm still catching up on the retirement Hall of Fame ceremony, but I wonder if Mark Henry's going to come out in that pink suit. And bless you, thank you, Lauren. Snickers, yum. You're not when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers, exactly. And also for speaking up and changing the name of the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale, or as my one friend's calling it as a joke, fuck the Fabulous Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. But I'm so glad they changed that name. Thank you, Snickers. And Snickers really isn't like, like my top favorite candy bar, but I'll definitely eat. I mean, my favorite is definitely Reese's. Um, but yeah, I'll give Lauren a few more minutes to ask any questions that she'd like to ask me. If anybody else obviously in the live chat, but thank you again to TN Couponer, Daniel Gaiza, Rywan Kenobi, and Hassan the Mighty for leaving the questions that they did. Definitely good stuff to answer. Again, I just wanted to do this Q&A special because I haven't really done Q&A since my end of the year video. And then next one I plan on doing was when I got to my 1,000 subscriber, which I still have about 130 more until I get there. And of course, Lauren joined me in the live chat. She said, "To be honest, we don't need any more turns this year. There was already too many. There was already too many. I'm trying to think who I mean, I feel like there's a couple more people that definitely need to turn again. Sasha or Bailey, the guy that resolved that. Finn or Seth is definitely turning heel. I feel at the WrestleMania. Again, Daniel Bryan or Shane could very well turn heel as well. I think Natalia, she's someone. To answer your questions from earlier for face turns or heel turns, Natalia, I feel like should turn face. If almost choked on that nut. That sounds wrong, but if Becky Lynch goes to Raw and the women's division establishes more baby faces, I wouldn't mind seeing Becky Lynch turn heel also. That could possibly happen. So maybe that. I mean, Bobby Roode turning heel, yes, definitely. I'm trying to think who else. Who does he turn babyface though? There's always who big turning heel. My face. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Rusev, Bray Wyatt. Definitely some of the top guys that need to turn heel. Hey, nice stream as always, bud. Talk to you later. See you Sunday after Mania. Yeah, hopefully again. Sunday I'm either gonna go live with my one friend on his channel, interview with him, and if I do that, I will then do my own WrestleMania review on Monday. But if not, I'll do my own WrestleMania review on Sunday. So definitely thanks for talking to me, Lauren. It's good hearing from you again. I haven't heard from you all week. And I hope you enjoy WrestleMania as well. I mean, if you want to hit me up on Instagram while the show's going on and just chat, feel free to do so. Yeah, so again, guys, this was my special WrestleMania 34 live Q&A. I'm sorry it came a little bit later than I expected. I had a last-minute family dinner come up, but I had fun answering the questions from TN Couponer, Dan Gaiza, One Kenobi, Son the Mighty, and of course Lauren in the live stream as well. You guys are awesome. Last question. Taker returning as the American Badass. I think based off of what Cena said in his promo on Raw, I think yes, that'll be happening. Got to work at 8 a.m. That sucks. Talk to you later, sweetie. Thank you again, Lauren. Always great talking with you. But yes, so yeah, guys, I guess that'll wrap up for this live WrestleMania Q&A special. Again, thank you again to everybody who left their questions. As always, be sure to click my like and subscribe to content on this channel. Follow me on Twitter at @TheManAirboy93. I will be live tomorrow twice. First for I want to do a live reactions during the Gargano and Ciampa match, and then I will do live review for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Then Sunday again, I'll either be live immediately Sunday from for WrestleMania 34 after the show, or I'll do a live stream with on my friend's channel with him as well. And then if not, then I'll do my own review on Mondays. But I'm definitely going to do my own WrestleMania review. So guys, again, thank you again for watching. I'm going to finish watching the Hall of Fame ceremony and finish eating the Snickers bar. And I'll talk to you later, guys. Until then, peace, everybody.